Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketase cha. So we covered shlokas or mantras 14 and 15 in the last class. And that was a response to Nachiketa's request for the second boon. And in 13, Nachiketa said, give me this boon about Swargaloka. In 12, he praised Swargaloka. In 13, he asked for that ritual which will take one to Swargaloka. Okay, am I audible? Yeah. I changed the video camera, so there may be a little difference. And so, in response to that, 14, Mrityoho Pratignya Iyam. So, Mrityu, Yamadharmaraja is saying, I will tell you, like that he said in the 14th. And then in the 15th mantra, it is not a statement by Yama, it is a statement by Shruti. Upanishad herself says that Yama told Nachiketa, this Agni Vidya, this particular Vijnanam was told. And not only that, Saha, I'm looking at 15, okay? 15th mantra. So we've gone back a little bit, okay? So, Saha chapi tat pratyavadat yathoktam. Not only that, Nachiketa understood it completely, grasped it completely, and repeated the whole thing. He didn't say, okay, on, let's move on. Like sometimes we do in classes, you just do something, and then we move on. And then some of you say, oh, too fast, Guruji, too fast, and all that. So Nachiketa didn't say all that. He said, no problem, I got it all, and he grasped everything, and then he repeated Pratyavadat. Okay, he repeated everything, and then mantra 15 ends by saying, Atsya mrityuhu punareva ahatushta. Asya Nachiketaha Pratyucharanena means looking at Nachiketa, reminding like this, repeating the whole thing. Punaraivaha tushtaha. Yamaha became happy, tushtaha. And then Punareva again Nachiketa, Yama said, Mrityuhu, right? Yama said. That is where we left off here, okay? Yeah, give me a second, I have to. Katham Tamabravit Priyamanaha Mahatma Varam Tavehadya Dadami Bhuyaha Tavaiva Namna Bhavitayam Agnihi Srinkam Chemam Aneka Rupam Grihana. Once again,
Tamabravit priyamano mahatma.
Tamabravit priyamano mahatma.
Varam tavehadya dadami bhuyaha.
Varam tavehadya dadami bhujaha.
Tavaiva namna bhavitayam agnihi.
Tavaiva namna bhavitayam agnihi.
Srinkam chemam anekarupam grihana.
Shrunkam che mamane karupam grihana.
Yeah. So Shankaracharya introduces mantra number 16 by saying Katham. Katham means how. How. How means now we have to scratch our head because now how means the sentence is incomplete. Two people are talking to each other. You just arrived and they're talking, and one person says how. Means you don't know. There's something they went on, and so in continuation to that, the one person said how. Okay, so we need to go back to the Bhaashyam before that, Bhaashyam of mantra number 15. Towards the end, what was said? Atha asya pratyucharanena tushtaha san mrityuhu punarevaha varatraya vratirekena anyam varam vitsuhu. That was the last sentence. Essentially, it says tushtaha mrityuhu punareva aha. Yama, who became happy, punareva aha, said again. Okay? Said again, or spoke again. That is what was said. Katham. Shankaracharya says Katham means how did he say or what did he say? Katham need not be how, it can be what. Katham tushtaha mrityuhu aha. That is the way to complete the sentence. Katham tushtaha mrityuhu aha. So within brackets you can add those words. What did Yama say? That's the meaning. So here tam abravit. Tam nachiketisam abravit. Said. Abravit means said. Who said? Mahatma said. Mahatma told or spoke to Nachiketa. Told Nachiketa. So this Mahatma told Nachiketa is a third person. So this statement is Upanishad's statement. Correct? Upanishad is narrating a story saying that Mahatma Yamaha told Nachiketa. That first quarter of this mantra is the words of Upanishad. Next, Varam Tava Iha Adya Dadami Bhuyaha. Dadami means I will give. That I will give is now in quotes. From Varam onwards, you have to put it in quotes. And then somewhere you write down Mrityuhu Uvacha. So the second, third, and fourth quarters of this mantra are told by Mrityu, Yama. Okay? Because Dadami, it says, Dadami means here can only be, can be, I will give, I'm about to give you. That's what he's saying. And then, Bhuyaha Dadami. Yama is saying, I'm going to give you again. Hey, wait a minute. You gave me the second boon, and now you're going to give me the third boon? No, 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 no. Third, you are going to ask me because I can't give you the third boon unless you ask me what it is. So you've not asked me the third boon yet, so I can't give you the third boon. But I'm going to give you another boon. Why? Because Tushtaha Yamaha. Yama became very happy. He's so happy, and then so he's going to give you another. I'm going to give you another boon. He says, and then what is that boon? Tavaiva namna bhavitayam agni. This Agni Vidya that I taught you, it is going to be called by your name. It's going to be named after you. It's called Nachiketa Agni. Okay? Because that need not be the case. I taught you a ritual, and maybe the ritual is named after many other rishis. It had a name, I'm sure. And so, but in addition, it's going to have another name. Okay? Another name. And that name is Nachiketa Agni. Okay, then not only that, last quarter, we are entering the last quarter here. Srinkam cha imam aneka rupam grihana. Grihana means take. Please accept this. Accept what? Srinkam. Srinka. Okay. And Srinka. So Shankara is going to explain to us this word Srinka. Srinka. One meaning of the word Srinka is mala. So what this one Yama must have done is he must have done like this. They must be wearing a lot of malas. Then we've seen this in all these movies, Ramayana, this that. And Dasharatha is so happy. Okay, take this. This is my gift to you. Like that. So like that, you should imagine Yama having done that. Imam Malam Grihana. And this is not an ordinary mala. Simply go and put it and no, not that kind of mala. It will give you. It's a very unique mala. Whatever you ask, it will give you. Okay, that kind of mala, grihana. And that's why he's saying aneka roopam. And even for looks also, it is not simply like a rudraksha mala, very bland, all beads are of same color. You give this to kids, they won't like all these things. They will say, okay, let's go to the fancy store, I want that. That's what they will say. So they want colorful, different gems shining, that kind of stuff. That kind of mala, anekarupam mala you take from me, okay, which will give you what you want. Some small things you want, it will give you. But Shankaracharya also gives another interpretation for this word srinka. He says it's another ritual. Now that you have become an expert, and they have not seen you an expert like this, and if I tell you something, you will grasp it and you will use it for the right purpose. Therefore, I'm going to tell you another ritual, and that ritual will give you not swarga like results, but it will give you things that you want to lead a nice life. Okay, that kind of, how can we say, second boon. So these are all accessories to the second boon. Okay, so 2 has been said, then maybe 2.1 and 2.2 or something, 2a and 2b has also been said. Okay, those 2 boons he is going to give. This is the mantra, gist of the mantra number 16. Okay, everybody with me so far, correct? Good. Okay, so let's chant the Bhaashyam. Yeah. तं नचिकेतसम्
तं नचिकेतसम्
अब्रवीत् प्रीयमाणः
अब्रवीत् प्रीयमाणः
शिष्ययोग्यतां पश्यन् प्रीयमाणः.
In my book it is Shishyasya. Is it correct? I don't know.
No, your book means which book are you following?
My Kannada one.
At that, I am not responsible for that
No,
book.
it's okay. I just want to clarify.
I don't know.
Okay.
This is what is there in Gita Press, and this is what is there
Okay.
in my notes. Okay.
Okay. Shishya Yogyatam Pashyan Priyamana
Okay. Pritim Anubhavan
Pritim Anubhavan
Mahatma
Mahatma
Akshudra Buddhihi
Akshudra Buddhihi
Varam Tava Chaturtham
Varam Tava Chaturdham
Iha
Iha
Priti Nimittam
Priti Nimittam
Adya Idanim
Adya Idanim
Dadami Bhuyaha
Dadami Bhuyaha
Punaha
Punaha
Prayachami.
Prayachami.
We're going to stop there. Okay. So we just read the Shankaracharya's explanation of the first half of the mantra from Tam all the way to Bhuyaha. Okay. So Tam is Dvitiya Vibhakti Karma. So the main sentence is what here? Dadami. Okay, so first quarter we said was said by Upanishad. Okay, Mahatma Priyamanaha Abravit. Mahatma told Nachiketa. That is the main meaning. Okay, Upanishad is there. So in before this, we can say Shrutihi Uvacha. Or if you want to use exactly Shankara's words, what did Shankara say earlier? Before 15, mantra number 15, Sambandha Bhaashyam, Shankara said what? Idam Shruter Vachanam. Correct? You can put that if you like. Idam Shruter Vachanam. So we know we are following Shankara's words exactly. It is not some our own words, choice of words. And so, idam shruter vachanam tam abravit priyamano mahatma. So, tam Nachiketa, some to Nachiketa, abravit told. And Shankaracharya doesn't explain that word, abravit. He thinks we know what it is. Bru dhatu and lang lakara. So, abravit, abrutam, abruvan, abruhu, abrutam, abruta, abruvam, abruva, abruma. So that's how it goes. Okay. Then priyamanaha is the word from the moolam. Priyamanaha means what? Meaning is happy, having become happy with Nachiketa. And why did he become happy? Shishya yogatam pashyan. Seeing this boy, this Shishya, he calls Shankaracharya as a Shishya because Chiketa is learning from Yama. So the Shishya Guru Bhavana is there. And so Shishya Yogyatam Pashyan. Okay? Shishya Yogyatam Pashyan. And seeing that Yogyata, that capacity of this boy, and what kind of grasping capacity this boy has, and already Yama was impressed. Why he was impressed? Because firstborn was for father. Pitru Paripalanaya firstborn. He didn't say, I want this, I want that. He says, Father, make my father happy. So there itself he was impressed. Now this one was something definitely astonishing. And so Shishya Yogyatam Pashyan. And then what? Priyamanaha means Pritim Anubhavan. Shankaracharya explains. Pritim Anubhavan. I mean, that love and affection just came out of Yama. And so pleased he was, and filled with love and affection, that Mahatma. Okay, Mahatma. And Shankaracharya here translates this as Akshudra Buddhihi. Kshudra. Kshudram is a word in Sanskrit which means mean-mindedness. Kshudra Buddhi means mean-mindedness. Inability to even say some few good words also. There also I am stingy. Like that, that kind of buddhi. So Alpa Buddhi, Tuchha Buddhi, Kshudra Buddhi, and so Daridra Buddhi, that kind of buddhi is Kshudra Buddhi. And what is this Mahatma? Akshudra Buddhi. No, that is opposite of that. Generous, very broad-minded, very giving. Okay, and that kind of person, Mahatma. And we're going to put a full stop after Mahatma, or rather full stop after Akshudra Buddhi. Okay, so how does the sentence go? Mahatma tam nachiketasam abravit. Mahatma means within brackets you can put for our own understanding Yamaha or Mrityuhu tam nachiketasam abravit. Abadat. Mrityu told Nachiketa. That is the main sentence here. Okay, everybody is following me so far? Okay.
What is then mean-mindedness? Where does it come?
Kshudra Buddhihi is mean-mindedness. Akshudra Buddhihi is broad-mindedness. Okay? So I explain.
But why is he saying mean-mindedness? Referring to what?
No, he didn't say mean-mindedness. He said Akshudra Buddhihi, which is the opposite of mean-mindedness, which is broad-mindedness. Okay? This is just a technique of teaching. Okay? So you have to Akshudra, there is a negation. So we have to explain Kshudra first, then only we explain Akshudra. That is how it goes. Okay? All right. So we put a full stop there, which does not exist in the Gita press, but we have put a full stop for our own convenience. Okay? Now, next step. Varam tava chaturtham iha priti nimittam adya idanim dadami bhuyaha punaha prayachami. We're putting a full stop there. Okay. Dadami is the word from the mantra, Moolam, right? Dadami. I'm about to give you Dadami. Shankara says Prayachami. Same thing. I'm going to give you, and not simply for namesake, I'm going to give you because I think it will be useful to you, and therefore Prayachami and Punaha Bhuyaha. Punaha, again I'll give you. Because I've already given you two boons, and this is a third one, Bhuyaha Punaha. And what am I going to give you? Varam. Varam. I'm going to give you a boon. Okay? Give you another thing. And Shankaracharya, Varam. Just so that none of us is confused, he says Chaturtham. So, what Varam is second, I thought is over, is second over, not over, is it the third boon? All these confusions we can have. So, Shankaracharya is Chaturtham. We have not gone to third yet, but before I go to three, I'm going to give you the fourth boon. Okay, Chaturtham means none, excluding, in addition to the three. Okay, that is the meaning of this Chaturtham. Okay, and then Tava to you, Tava, Iha, Iha, Iha. Preeti Nimittam, Shankaracharya says. Preeti Nimittam, because I'm happy. Caused by my happiness towards you, caused by my love towards you. Preeti Nimittam. Nimittam means cause. Okay? Preeti Nimittam. Adya. Adya. Sometimes in Sanskrit we use the word Adya to mean today. Today. But here Shankaracharya says, don't read it as today. Idanim. Read it as Idanim. Now. Right now. Okay? No waiting period, nothing. They have this insurance, they have waiting period, this, that, they have all kinds of clauses they have, and will kick in after so many days. No, right now I'm going to give you, and right now it will start working if you want to use this boon right now. Okay, so idanim, now. Okay, dadami bhuyaha punaha prayachami. So I will give you an additional boon right now because I'm happy with you. Okay, that's what he's saying here. Okay, next, let's chant the next one. Next person can be ready. तवैव
तवैव
नचिकेतसः
नचिकेतसः
नाम्ना अभिधानेन प्रसिद्धः
नाम्ना अभिधानेन प्रसिद्धः
भविता
भविता
मया उच्यमानः
मया उच्यमानः
अग्निः.
अग्निः.
Okay. So today I'm deciding to just split it. We'll chant, more and more people will get to chant. So after every sentence, I have decided to we'll just stop like that. I decided. Okay. So Bhavita, that is a word here. Bhavita will be. Bhavita means Bhavishyati. Bhavita is Lut Lakaraha, Sanskrit students. Bhavishyati, it will be. What will be? This Agni, I am Agni, last two words, I am Agni. This Agni Vidya that I taught you, this ritual I taught you, okay, will be what? Will be Tavaiva Nachiketasa Namna Prasiddha Bhavita. Okay, so it will be named, it will be known very well. Prasiddha, by your name. Tava Namna. Tava eva namna, by your name alone, by your name alone. And Shankaracharya is being compassionate. Tava means Nachiketa, Saha, Shashti. By your name alone, called Nachiketa. That's your name. Therefore, this will be called Nachiketa Agni. Namna, Shankaracharya helps us. Abhidhanena. Same thing. Abhidhanam means name. And so, Namna, by your name, Abhidhanena, by your name, Prasiddha Bhavita. Prasiddha Bhavishyati, it will be popularly known. Why will it be popular? Because a lot of people want to go to heaven and they need some way to go to heaven, and therefore Prasiddha. And they will call it by your name. And then one more here. Maya Uchyamanaha Agni. What kind of Agni? Well, the Vidya, that Agni that I told you, it was told by me. Maya by me. Uchyamanaha. Told by me. That which was told by me, being told, continuous, present continuous. Okay, that's what Uchyamanaha means. That is being told by me. So here is saying, it's not complete yet because it's just completed, and so it is being told by me. Okay, we are still that this topic, we have not left the topic, therefore present continues. Okay, so what is he saying here? This fire ritual that was told by me will be famously known by your name. That is the meaning of this sentence. Okay, next let's read the next one. Okay, unmute yourself. Kincha
किञ्च
Srinkam
शृङ्कां
Shabdavatim Ratnamayim
शब्दवतीं रत्नमयीं
Malam
मालां
Imam Aneka Rupam
इमान् अनेकरूपां
Vichitram
विचित्रां
Grihana Swikuru.
गृहाण स्वीकुरु.
Yeah, Grihana. So Grihana, it's a particular usage. It's a lot lakara, of course, and dhatu is grah apadane, and ninth gana. So Grihana, please take. Shankaracharya says Swikuru, Swikuru. This word we will definitely understand. Swikuru means please accept, please take this. And take what? And kincha, let's do that first. Kincha, moreover, in addition to that, in addition to this ritual being called by your own name, so this is going to, looks like a fifth one, looks like a fifth boon. And so, kincha, moreover, srinkam swikuru, srinka. What is this srinka? Shabdavatim ratnamayim malam. Srinka is mala. Mala. So it's some, I don't know how to call this. It's some chain or some garland. I don't know. Garland is not a right word, I think. So I'm going to stick with mala. Okay. So that,
Necklace of some sort.
yeah, it could be a necklace also. So I'm going to stick with mala. Okay. So this mala, since all of us know what mala is, and Srinka mala. And what kind of mala it is? Of course, Imam Mala, this Mala means he must be holding this thing in his hand, and he must have removed it. So Imam Mala, this Mala, okay, and this Mala is not an ordinary Mala. Shabdavatim Ratnamayim. It's Ratnamayim. Multiple gems are there in this Mala, as you can see. Okay, so like that he's saying Ratnamayim, and then Shabdavatim. It makes a lot of nice tingling sounds. Okay, and then it's not a silent mala. Like a rudraksha is very silent, it don't make any sound, but that mala makes some sounds, it seems. So Shabdavatim. Okay, and then this mala, further, this mala is what? Aneka Rupam Vichitram. Okay, Vichitra, of course. Vichitra means it's a very unusual mala. It's Vichitra. Okay, it's not a typical toy. It's not a toy. It's just something. It's not just a decoration. Okay, not meant for just decoration. And okay, it's not simply meant for decoration, and it's meant to give you what you want. You can ask this mala what you want. Like that. That what is it? That lamp. Yeah, you forget all that lamp. What is the Sinbad lamp? Illa Abdullah.
अल्लादीन
Aladdin lamp. That I got it. After that, I forgot what it was. Okay, Aladdin's lamp. Okay, something like that. You ask what you want, and so Aladdin's lamp, and so this Aladdin's lamp. There is a story, and so this man said, he told Aladdin, "Come on, I need something," and he said, "You asked something." He said, "It's a beautiful joke. I'm forgetting the first part of it." he said, he's asking the question, people are hungry everywhere. I want all people to have a good full stomach before they sleep in the night. Then Aladdin says, "Oh my God, this is too much. I can't. No, this ask something else. This is too much for me." Okay? And then he says, these Middle East countries, they're constantly fighting with each other, and this is not the way world should be. And then Aladdin says, "Okay, wait a minute. What was the first thing you asked? Okay. Oh, you want people to be free from hunger? Okay, granted. I will do that because this thing is too difficult, it seems. That's the implication. So, anyway, that's Aladdin's story that came to my mind. So, anyway, this is the Mala, Grihana. Okay. And then Swikuru. Okay, let's chant the next one. Okay.
Guruji, one very, very quick question. Shabdavatim and Ratnamayim, how did he arrive at this from the Upanishad? It's not, the connection is not clear at all.
Yeah, so that is because this shows Shankaracharya knows what is called Dhatu Pata, and Dhatu Pata, this Srij Dhatu, this Srinka, it comes from Srij Dhatu, and Srij Visarge, and then Srij has many meanings, and one of the meanings is sound, to create a sound, and therefore Srinka means not just Mala, but the Mala that where the beads must be hitting each other and then make some sounds. Okay, it must have different metals, like they do this jaltarang and all that, so are these things that are hanging, and they hit one and then make sound. So like that Shankaracharya arrives at that word. And not only that, we're going to read the next one. Okay.
Jaykumarji, Aneka Rupam Vichitram, can be translated as with many powers or strange powers?
Yeah, many powers. It has many powers. Vichitra, Aneka Rupam, all kinds of desires that you have, it can fulfill. It's a loaded word there, Aneka Rupam. Okay. And then let's read the next one. Okay. Are you ready for the next one? Yadva Trinkam Akutsitam Gatim Karmamayim Grihana Anyadapi Karma Vijnanam Aneka Phala Hetutvat Swikuru Ityarthaha. So now, this shows Shankaracharya knows the Dhatu Pata inside out. In Sanskrit, there is something called Dhatu Pata. The entire language comes from a limited set of dhatus, and some 2000 plus dhatus. That's it. These dhatus, that from this 2000 dhatu, all words have come, and of course from word sentences come. Okay, that's the beauty of this language. Amazing it is. And so that is why they're able to program all these things. The computers can be programmed to create this language. Okay. And that's how this language is being used in computer science, artificial intelligence, natural language processing, and so forth. And so here, this another dhatu, it's called srank. Srank. What was the first dhatu? Srij. Srij dhatu. From there only you get these words srishti, srijati, etc. Because one of the meanings of srij is create. Create sound also is there, but create. So srishti, etc. comes from there. And here there is something called srank, okay, which is a different dhatu. It is gatyarthe. It means it is srankate swargam prati gacchati anayasa. Therefore, that which takes you to swarga is also indicated by the dhatu srank. from which this word Srinka has been derived, and therefore this Srinka is going to be interpreted by Shankaracharya as what? Yadva Srinkam akutsitam gatim karma mayim grihana. Okay, karma mayim grihana. Okay, yeah, Maheshji.
In this PDF file, the first one, both are written the same way, Sringa. So I thought you are pronouncing it one as Sri, the other as Sra.
No. Srinka only. Only one word, Srinka. The dhatu is srank. The dhatu is called srank.
There are two dhatus for the same word?
The same word. Srij is the first dhatu, which we have covered the meaning for, which gives the word mala and sounding mala, etc. Vichitram malam. And then here now, srank is the dhatu. And so that srank, if you take, then he says, it becomes a ritual. It becomes a ritual. Therefore, he says, karma mayim srinkam. Karma mayim means it is the ritual is just a series of karma, series of activities from the start to finish. Mantra chanting is also karma. Assembling all the bricks and whatever is needed for the karma, assembling all the havis, everything is also karma. Therefore, karma mayi implies Vaidika karma. Vaidika karma. And then, okay, what is the use of this ritual? It will lead a person, gatim, to akutsitam gatim. Kutsita means again places which are no good to be, places which have a negative influence on people. That's called kutsita, crooked and not straightforward, etc. Akutsita means noble, places which we need to be in, so that Bhadram Karnebi Shruniyama Devaha. Let's hear good things. Bhadram Pashema Akshavir Yajatraha. Let us see auspicious things like that, right? So like this monkey and all, they have this, don't hear all these things like that. They have these three monkeys. So like that, that's all Kutsita. Here, Akutsita Gatim. This Vedic ritual will take you to good places, which means it will put you in situations which are very conducive for us, for our emotional growth, for our spiritual growth, and for our material benefit also. So that kind of ritual, grihana, that kind of Vaidika karma, grihana. That is the other interpretation of the word srinka, based on the two dhatus that I mentioned. Okay? And so, Shankaracharya, in that second, what I said, the second interpretation, he is saying it again in a different way. Anyadapi karma vijnanam aneka phala hetutvat swikuru ityarthaha. Swikuru, take. What should you take? Anyadapi karma vijnanam. I just taught you ritual. It's called Nachiketa Agni. Now another Anyadapi karma vijnanam. Another ritual you take from me. Okay? Because now you are an expert at grasping all these rituals. Therefore, Anyadapi karma vijnanam. Karma vijnanam means yaga, kratuhu, yajnaha. Okay, yajnam swikuru. And what kind of yajnam it is? Aneka phala hetutvat. This yajna, which has the capacity to give you what you ask for. Aneka phalam. Not one thing, you can ask for it many things. That kind of mala. And Shankaracharya doesn't explain much about what kind of things I can ask, what the mala will give and all that. He doesn't talk about. Okay. Neither does the Upanishad talk about it. Okay.
So, Mahodaya, can I call this mala as 4A, that is boon 4A, and this vijnana aneka phala hetu as 4B?
I took it like this. I took it as the Nachiketa Agni is one, Chaturtham. Shankaracharya already said, use the word Chaturtham. So there is no need to guess beyond that, Chaturtham. And then this Mala. Mala will a highly powerful mala, which can be either this mala or it can be interpreted as an Agni, and that would be the fifth one. This is the way I took it. Okay, you can take it any way you like. Okay, having said this, now we are ready to do the Anvaya of this mantra. And what is the meaning of this mantra? I think we now understand. I'm happy with you. I'm going to give you two more additional boons, smaller boons, and that is naming of the ritual by your name, and then a mala that can give other things that you want. You can just keep it with you, and whenever you want something, you can ask the mala that. That's a summary of this mantra.
No, there is another ritual also at the end.
Yeah, mala is equal to either this mala or a ritual. Correct. Two ways interpreted. Correct. Mala is literally mala, or it can be a ritual. That is the two interpretations of the word srinka. Okay. But what you get out of it is the same thing. Whether it is a mala, or you can get the same thing by just looking at the mala and asking for it, or you have to perform a ritual and get the same thing. Okay. So now the anvaya of this mantra, right? I put the word idam shruter vachanam in brackets right in the beginning, just for my benefit, right? Because now that's the first quarter of this mantra is said by Upanishad. So idam shruter vachanam hyphen. Then what? Tam nachiketasam. Because next week when we come back and look at it, we don't know who said what to whom. Okay, therefore tam. Fortunately, only two players are there so far, and so it can be Yama told Nachiketa, Nachiketa told Yama, but here it's not obvious, and so tam Nachiketa sam Priyamanaha Mahatma Mrityuhu within brackets Abravit. Let me repeat that. Tam Nachiketa sam we can put in brackets. Priyamanaha Mahatma, that is in the same order. And Mahatma, we don't know who is. Within brackets, I've said Mrityuhu. Tam Nachiketasam Priyamanaha Mahatma Mrityuhu Abravit is the verb. Therefore, I put the verb all the way to the end of the sentence. Full stop. Then what? Then within brackets, I'm saying Mrityuhu Uvacha. Because now these are literally the words of Yamadharmaraja. So from Varam until Bhuyaha, Mrityuhu, all the way Mrityuhu Vacha, but that's where the first sentence of Mrityu is there. And there I'm going to reorder the words and say Tava Adya Iha Bhuyaha Varam Dadami. It's a small sentence, you can organize it any way you want. The way I've written it is Tava Adya Iha Bhuyaha Varam Dadami. Dadami being a verb in Sanskrit, we put the verb at the end. That's one type of anvaya for this sentence. Okay, everybody with me so far? Yeah, right. Then another short sentence. Tavaiva namna ayam agnihi bhavita. Full stop. Tavaiva namna ayam agnihi bhavita. Or ayam agnihi tavaiva namna bhavita. This agni will be called after you. Full stop. Short sentences, you can do your anvaya. Bhavita means what? If you have a doubt, you can put in brackets Bhavishyati, because Lut is not a popular lakara in our regular readings. Okay, this is called Lut lakara. Anadyatane Lut means a future which is not of today. That is where you have to use this Lut lakara, like that Panini tells us. That means if you're saying tonight I'm going to review the Kathopanishad class. If you say that tonight future you cannot use bhavita, you cannot use patita, you have to say patishyami. I will read Kathopanishad tonight. But tomorrow, if you are planning to read Kathopanishad, you have to say, you can say patishyami, you can also say Patita or Patitasmi. A very interesting form it is. Patita, Patitaro, Patitaraha, Patitasi, Patitasthaha, Patitastha, Patitasmi, Patitaswaha, Patitasma. So very much like the Bhavishyat Kalaha, Rit Lakaraha. Okay, so it's an easy form to remember also. Anyway, that's aside. Okay, all right. So let's one more sentence is there. Okay, then last quarter of this mantra, right? Imam aneka rupam srinkam cha grihana. Imam aneka rupam srinkam cha grihana. Please accept this powerful, this gifted mala. This mala is just something very interesting, vichitram, right? So that you please accept. Cha, and why and? Because Nachiketa Agni is named by after you. That is one, and then and this mala also you please accept. Okay, so far so good. Yeah. So in our class, when we attended these classes in the ashram, we don't have time to ask questions in between and all that. So Swamiji will be going on and we'll be rapidly writing these notes. Okay, we won't have time to clarify questions in class. Then we go to our room and then we open these books and then we keep scratching our head. Then what happened? And we don't have benefit of this video, audio, and all that. And then we have to come back to satsang and we have to ask these questions. We have to ask. And if you don't have time to read, because we are doing in the morning Upanishad class, then there is a Sanskrit class, then there is in the afternoon Bhagavad Gita class, then there is another Ramayanam class, then in the night there is puja, then satsang. By this time you've forgotten what all you studied in the day. It's a packed day. It is like this going on for 3 years. Okay, and so there are notes that we have that that we still have to understand. Okay, we're not properly understood. Okay, only when you read the second time you say, oh my god, this is what we studied, this is what Swamiji was trying to tell us, and how could I not understand? Like that it is. So don't be alarmed if you didn't follow, too fast and all that. Okay, see, if I don't go at a particular speed, there are many qualified people who will get bored. If I tell every little small thing and patati, patataha, patanti and all, if I start saying, then they will get bored. Because there are some people who are new to Sanskrit, they have said. So new to Sanskrit people have to go back and see the video and then pause it and whatever, you do all that stuff. Okay. So I can't afford to go too slow also. And thanks for reminding me if I'm going too fast. Okay. So I'm kind of balancing that here, and I appreciate your understanding. Okay, so we are done with mantra number 16, correct? Okay. Let's chant the next one. Punarapi karma stutim eva aha Trinachiketaha Tribhiretya sandhim Trikarma krittarati Janma mrityu Brahmajagnyam Devamidhyam viditva Nichaye mam Shantimatyantameti Trinachiketas sandhim Trikarma krittarati janma mrityu Brahmajagnyam devamidhyam viditva निचाये मां शान्तिमत्यन्तमेति
निचाये मां शान्तिमत्यन्तमेति
Yeah. So 17th mantra, Shankaracharya is giving us an introduction. Punarapi karma stutim eva aha. Punarapi, once again and again, karma stutim eva aha. So I'm thinking, who said this? And this is, yeah. So you can say Yama continues because previously Mrityuhu Uvacha. So continuation of Mrityuhu Uvacha. Karma Stuti Mevaha. Yama praises this Nachiketagni. The Srinka is over. And then Nachiketagni, all that gifts are over. Now come back to the main second Varam. We are still in the context of second Varam. Okay. Now Swargyam Agnim. That is the context. Okay. He is going to praise that Swargyam Agnim. Okay? That is the meaning of this. Once again, he is praising. Okay. Now, this mantra. So, some technical words are given here, so we have to spend some time understanding, like Trinachiketaha, Tribihi, okay, Tribihi, Trikarma Krit, and then Brahma Jagyam, Devam, Idyam. So, like this, there are many words in this mantra. So, it take us a little extra minutes to understand all this. Let's spend that time. So, what did we say originally when Nachiketa taught this? If you go back, we saw in that 14th mantra, I'm looking at Gita Press, 14th mantra, Prate Bravimi, etc. He said what? Swargyam Agnim. This Agni will take you to Swarga, but then he also talked about Ananta Lokaptim Atho Pratishtam. He said it is a lot, that word is a dense word, and Shankaracharya helped us understand that this Agni is a ritual, of course, but then along with the ritual, following the ritual, you have to do what is called dhyanam or upasanam or nividhyasanam of Virat. You have to visualize Virat. Means Virat is Ishvara. Virat on this Agni, because Agni is right there in front of you, of the person who is doing the Yajamana, and when you visualize Virat on this Agni, that is called upasanam, and that is in addition to the Agni. So you can do the ritual, or you can do the ritual and do the upasana. And if you do only the ritual, it will take you to Swarga, Indraloka. But if you do the upasanam also, remember there are 7 lokas, and therefore you can do much better than Swarga Loka. You will end up in Brahma Loka. That is how powerful this is. And so this we remember. Okay. So now and that upasanam is indicated in this mantra by the words like Brahmajanyam, Devam, Idyam. Okay, these 3 words indicate upasanam. In our tradition, these are all very common. And that's not difficult because Agni Karyam Yaga is Yaga, Yajna is Yajna. But Brahmajanyam, what is the meaning of Brahmajanyam? Brahmajanyam word was introduced. Where was it introduced? Does anybody remember that word was introduced earlier by Shankaracharya? It was introduced when Shankaracharya was explaining the meaning of the word Upanishad. And after giving the first meaning, which is what? Which is derived from the first meaning of Sad, Sader Dhatoho, Visharana Gati Avasadanartheshu. Like that he gave of that. And their first meaning is this one. Visharana means destruction. Destruction implies destruction of samsara. And then Gati. Gati means transport. And so this Upanishad, Brahma Vidya, as though transports the person towards Brahma, as though, and so there is Gati meaning. And then Avasadhanartheshu. Avasadhana means loosening, weakening. Remember that meaning we saw, right? Weakening. Weakening of what? Weakening of samsara. The force of samsara, it weakens, and that implies, and there he is connecting that weakening to Swarga Prapti. Because Swarga Prapti is not moksha. Because just last class we studied Kshine, Punya, Martyalokam, Vishanti. Therefore you can go to Swarga, but it is only a temporary moksha. And so that temporary moksha, Apekshika moksha, is referred to by that loosening, that avasa, third meaning. Okay, and the third meaning Shankaracharya connects to this second boon. Because second boon is only apekshika moksha, Swarga is apekshika moksha, and he's connecting that third meaning, avasadhanam, to this. And he pulls the word Brahmajagyaha. So if I go back to those notes, if I want to confirm that, I have to go back all the way to that introduction. And in Gita Press, 13th page it is there. Yeah. So no, you can do it later. Lokadihi Brahmajagyaha Yaha Agnihi Tad Vishayayaha Vidyayaha, like that third meaning of Upanishad he begins. And there I can see the word Lokadihi. Lokadihi also Shankara uses because Yama introduced the word Lokadihi where? In the 15th mantra, 1.1.15, correct? The first word of the mantra is Lokadihi. So that he's introduced there. Yeah.
Page 4.
And then,
Page 4 in that. PDF. Page 4 in the PDF.
Okay, page 4 in the PDF. Okay. And then Brahma Jagyaha. There he uses the word Brahma Jagyaha. So that we reviewed those words there also. So, but anyway, now Brahma Jagyaha is a technical word. I'll explain to you Trinachiketa, etc. Trinachiketa means doing Nachiketa Agni 3 times. Somebody has to do it 3 times. That is one meaning, Trinachiketa. Another meaning of Trinachiketa is the one who has done 3 things with this Agni. What are the 3 things? Adhyayanam means studied. Then Anushtanam means having performed the ritual. Simply reading the ritual and studying and memorizing not enough. You have to do the ritual. Okay. Adhyayanam and Anushtanam. And then what? And then Upasanam. Upasana. So that Dhyanam, meditation. One who has done these 3 is called a Trinachiketaha. That word Trinachiketa means one of these 2. What is the first one? Doing the Agni 3 times. Agni Karma 3 times. Or having studied properly, having done the karma once, and then having done Upasana. Both meanings are there for Trinachiketaha. Shankara is going to tell us all those things. Okay. And then what? This Brahma Jagyaha. Okay. Trivihi also one word is there. I'll come to that. Brahma Jagyaha, let me cover it. Okay. Brahma Jagya. We saw that earlier. Brahma here refers to Hiranyagarbha. Brahma is not Veda. The word Brahma can mean Veda. The word Brahma can mean Brahmaji. And Brahmaji is true. That Brahma here means Brahmaji. Another name for Brahmaji, the creator, is Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha. And so Brahmaja. Okay. Brahmaja means what? Brahmana Jataha. Born of Brahma. Born of Hiranyagarbha. Born of Brahmaji. Son of Brahmaji, you can say. They don't use the word son, but something like that. Born of Brahmaji. That is Brahmaja. Brahmaja. Okay. Brahmajagyaha. Brahmajaha cha jnaha cha. So 2 separate words coming together. Brahmaja, who is the son of Hiranyagarbha, who is also called Virat. Okay, last time we say Virat Upasanam, correct? That Virat we explained. This is what it is. Virat. Virat is Brahmaja, is born of Brahmaji, that is Virat. Born of Hiranyagarbha, that is Virat. And Virat also we said is what? Virat is Sthula, Samashti Sthula Sharirabhimani. In our culture, this God and all is easy to visualize. You know why? Because all you have to do is visualize, know how to visualize your body. That's all, properly. Sthula Shariram, gross body. Sukshma Shariram, subtle body, subtle aspect of this body is Sukshma. That is microcosm, Vyashti. Now you just think that you are the world. Entire world is also nothing but another type of body, Shariram. And what do you call that body? That is Samashti, Sthula Shariram, that is Virat. This body, cosmos, when you look at the cosmos as the body, then that body, that gross body is called Virat. That subtle body is called Hiranyagarbha, which is that Brahma, here in this word Brahma. And Shastram says that Virat came from Brahma, Brahmaji. That Sthula Shariram came from Sukshma Shariram. So, it's a little technical, I understand. You may or may not have heard these things before. So, that word means all that. So, Brahmaja means Virat, born of Brahmaji, born of Hiranyagarbha. Okay. So, you may have to go and write some notes and, Stula, Shukshma, and then Vyashti, Samashti, a lot of technical words I am using. But Gita students already know some of these things. Sukshma, Stula and all they already know. And Vyashti, Samashti they know. So we don't need to dwell more than this. So Brahmajaha and Nyaha. Nyaha means Jnani. Nyaha. Jnani. Janati iti Nyaha. One who knows. So this Virat is a Jnani. Knows it all. The entire cosmos, he is the cosmos anyway. The Devata of the entire cosmos is Virat and he knows it all. He knows all the details about this creation.
Excuse me. Here, which one to be considered, Hiranyagarbha or Virat?
Brahma is Hiranyagarbha. Born of Hiranyagarbha is Virat.
Okay.
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 So Brahma Jagya is that Virat who is knowledgeable. The knowledgeable Virat is called Brahma Jagyam, Brahma Jagya. Okay. Now there is one more technical word here called Tribihi. In the first quarter of the mantra, you see Trinachiketaha Tribihi Etya Sandhim. Etya means having gained, Prapya, having gained. Okay. We'll see what Etya means. Sandhim Etya. Tribihi Sandhim Etya. So again, Tribihi. Shankaracharya helps us understand these things. He's going to say Tribihi Etya means a person who is qualified for all the study of Upanishad, study of Bhagavad Gita, doing all this yaga, going to heaven and all that, there is a particular person who is qualified. Who is a qualified person? One who has a good relationship with Mata, Pita, Acharya. Tribihi. With these three people, Sandhim Etya, that means good relationship. Okay. With Mata, Pita, and Acharya. Matridevo Bhava, Pitridevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Then Atiti and all comes later. So these three. Mata and Pita are the teachers of this boy or girl in the young age. Afterwards, when the Upanayana is done, no longer this Mata, because this boy or girl gone to Veda Patashala. Therefore, Mata not available, Pita not available. Then, but what about without mother and father, how the child can live? Yeah, correct. That is why Gayatri Mata. Gayatri becomes his Mata, her Mata. Then what about father? Acharya. So father and mother always needed. Without father and mother, nothing works. Then what about those situations where the relationship with father and mother is not good, constantly arguing, constantly fighting, lifelong argument. Okay, we've seen it. It's not a very uncommon thing. It's there everywhere. How about those people? They can't study Upanishad or what? No, those people also can study Upanishad. They have to look into all this. They have to be very comfortable with what's going on. They have to resolve all the emotional issues, and they have to sort things out. They have to work things out. And if at least our part, we have to work it out. Their part, you can't work out. Okay, their problems will remain their problems. You can't solve their problems. My problems, I need to sort out. But if I'm reacting to something, I need to figure out why I'm reacting. Why am I not accepting my father as he is? He's crazy. Okay, he's crazy. Means accept he's crazy. Why are you surprised? Every day, why do you have to tell him, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy? No, you don't know. You're crazy. It's established. Bhagavan has made it crazy. Therefore, no, why are you reacting to that? No, I'm happy the way everybody is. I have to deal with it every day. That's a different thing. Bhagavan has given you the Shakti to deal with all this. Otherwise, this creation is incomplete, flawed. And so, no, creation is not flawed. And so, therefore, Mata, Pita, Acharya. Okay? That one who has that kind of a relationship, very interesting it is. Okay? And then, that kind of a person who does the Trinachiketa as explained earlier, and then Trikarma Kriti, another technical word is that Trikarma Kriti. Okay? And also Shankara will explain Trikarma Kriti. He's going to give 2-3 meanings of that. We'll just see one meaning of it now. Okay? Veda Smriti Agamaihi Va. Trikarma Kriti. So, one who is associated with sorry, I'll take that back. Okay, that's a trivihi. Okay, trivihi, another meaning he gives. Now that I said it, trivihi, another meaning he says, one who is associated with what? With Veda, and then with Smriti, and with learned people. Veda is Shruti, then Smriti is a big corpus of knowledge, therefore that also, and then learned people. These three are the greatest associations we can have, it seems. Therefore, that trivihi also is giving a second meaning. Okay, and then this Trikarma Krit is where I was saying it is Ijya, Adhyayana, and Dana. Okay, one who has done three things. What are the three things one should have done? Ijya means yaga, means Vaidika karma one should have done. Okay, and then Adhyayana. Adhyaya means one should have studied the Vedas. Okay, so Upanishad is Vedas, we are studying it, and so that person who has done yaga and who has studied the Vedas and then who has given Dhanam. Dhanam is important. So if you have to summarize what are the things I should do in life, if somebody asks, then here Upanishad is saying these three things you must have done. Like that. That is Trikarma Kriti. Look at all these technical words. You can't look up the dictionary and come up with the meaning for word Trikarma Kriti. Okay. This kind of person who has done Nachiketagni 3 times, who is Trivihi Etya, whose relationship with mother, father, and Acharya is Pakka, and then who has done these 3 karmas. What are the 3 karmas? Vaidika karma, Smriti karma, and who has done Vaidika karma, who has done Adhyayanam, and who has done Dhanam. That kind of person, Tarati Janma Mrityu, this whole birth death cycle crosses over. Okay, within brackets we have to understand apekshika, because that is Swarga is like you can get lost there and then you don't know the passage of time, etc. until that comes, the Martyaloka comes. But sometimes they say, why are you worrying about tomorrow? Anyway, you don't know what tomorrow is going to be. Just enjoy life, right? So like that, this Swarga. So Tarati Janma Mrityuhu. Then Brahma Jagnyam. Okay. Devam Idyam Viditva means what? That Virat, who is born of Hiranyagarbha or Brahmaji, that Virat Upasanam we saw last time in the last mantra. So that Virat Upasanam, one who has done that, also in addition to the ritual, Nachiketa ritual, what happens? Nichaya imam shantim atyantam eti. Having done all that, nichaya means having done all these things. Imam shantim atyantam eti. Atyantam shantim eti. Eti means gains. Prapnoti. And what does she gain? Atyantam shantim. Not ordinary happiness. Not this coming and going happiness. Steady happiness. Atyantam shanti. That kind of happiness that person is going to gain. So again, praise, because what did Shankara say earlier? Karma stuti meva aha. This is the praise of that Nachiketa, me. So that's the gist of this mantra. We will see the Bhaashyam in the next class. And then just to give you a overview here, we are in the 17th mantra. 18, 19 also, the context is going to be this second boon, 18 and 19 also. And then from 20 onwards, the second boon will start, third boon will start, Nachiketas. Okay, Yeyam Prete, like that, number 20 is starting. And then there Nachiketa is going to ask that boon, which is the topic of the entire Upanishad also. And this is very unusual. Talking about rituals and all to this extent, I have not seen in any Upanishad. Even Bhagavad Gita doesn't talk like this. And so this is a lot of, there are a few mantras, there are a lot of technical details about rituals. Okay? Very unusual. I have not seen it in any other Upanishad also. And so, but yeah, Brihad and Chandogya, there are upasanas and rituals are there. The entire sections are there. And we people definitely don't study those portions. Okay? So that is the overview for it. So with that, let's conclude for today. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Thank you.